Hello guys, it is Zephyr here and I am back with another video. It's been a while, but let's ignore that. Let's go straight to the fucking video, right? We've been wanting this for a while. So, I'm gonna share with you my loadout for Equinox, which is probably one of my favourite loadouts right now, till I find something new to play with, but definitely one of my favourite loadouts for now, because Equinox is just such a versatile frame, and I love her for soloing, I love her for groups, I use her for sorties, and yeah. So basically going over my Equinox build right here, I have quite a variety of cards, and those cards are... So we got a maxed out Vitality, a maxed out Stretch, Energy Siphon, Power Drift, Intensify, Primed Continuity, if you can get that from the Void Trader or get it in a trade. Otherwise, use the regular Continuity. Streamline and Overextended, which is only rank 2, and of course Cunning Drift. So all of these all together are going to give you 155% power duration, 130% efficiency, 205% power range, that's very important, range is pretty much the meat of Equinox, and 115% power strength. My old build actually was a much lower power strength value, it was around 70%, but thanks to the new Exilus mods, I can get that way higher. And I've also been trying with a slightly smaller range overextended and just rectifying that range loss with the Cunning Drift card. One of the best parts of Equinox is the fact that she can be used in a variety of missions due to her two forms. She has a defensive form, which is the night form, and she has the day form, which is a more sort of attacking and also has a faster move speed as well. So just bear that in mind if you're trying to rush missions or you're into rushing missions, day form is the faster one. I'm going to talk about night form first, just because I want to get all the things out the way. Night form is great for spy. Night form is really amazing for spy because she can literally just put enemies to sleep and she can literally stab them with what I'm using is the mirrors here. It's really good because like you can go through entire missions, spy missions, even the difficult ones and the sorties without getting any alarms raised or anything, and you don't even need stealth, which is great. Of course you have to watch out for nullifiers and the null combos in Corpus missions, but that is the same problem for Loki and Ivara as well. But getting through spy missions without using a stealth frame does feel quite rewarding, and Rest is a very satisfying move to use. You literally cast it, put them to sleep, you can put like a small area of effect of enemies to sleep, and then you can go behind them and then just stab them in the back with a Mios or whatever melee weapon that you like and get some lovely finisher damage, which of course is great for high level missions as well, so I end up taking it to sorties way more often than I would expect to. For her third skill, Pacify, I've just had to go to the Simulacrum for this just to show you what's going on, but basically Pacify will increase your defense based on the amount of enemies around you, and this is evident on this level 95 Ancient Healer. He will do damage to me without the skill in effect, and it will be a lot more than it is with the skill in effect. It does drain more when you have more enemies around you, so just bear that in mind. It is a very fast drain, and I don't use it as much as I'd like to, but especially in like super high level missions and sorties, you just want to make it to the end. This is a very good lifesaver. And it's always ideal switching to night form if you want to not die. In day form you're going to have a lot less defense. Mend is a nice quick heal. It takes a little while to rack up. It's basically an arrow effect, and anything killed by your allies or you in that effect will gain some mend stacks, and when you explode the mend stacks it will heal you and everyone around you. It is outshined by Trinity, and personally for solo missions I much prefer using my Vazarin focus, and just spamming 5 and getting to full health is probably faster. I have a 195 second cooldown on my Vazarin, which is nearly maxed out right now, so I get a good amount of heal from that, definitely. So, and then after all that, we're going to day form on Equinox. Day form is one of my more used forms. The first skill it has is Rage, and Rage actually is like a mini Nova. You can use it on bosses. I used it on the Jackal just to test it out. It'll basically make the enemies move twice as fast, just like a fast Nova. But they'll be more vulnerable to damage, so just make sure that you're in a situation where you can't be killed easily. I wouldn't recommend this on like high level bosses or anything in like sorties or anything, because it's a bit here and there, but it's very situational. I don't find myself using it that much. So yeah. The third ability is Provoke, and Provoke is a really nice skill if you're playing with other people. In fact, you'll only want it to be running when you're playing with other people, because it'll only affect them and not you. Basically, it will give power strength to them. And if they've already capped out their power strength, it's going to do even more damage. So say if you give it to a mag, and the mag uses something like Shield Polarize in a Corpus mission, it's going to do far more damage, and it's going to kill far more. And yeah, it'll be really, really nice. And Ember will do more damage, Nova will make enemies slower, etc, etc. So yeah, Provoke is amazing. It's an amazing support to have in the public missions, and if you're paired with another Equinox, you can actually build up the Provoke by double casting it. You have the first Equinox cast Provoke, and then the next one cast Provoke, which will be a higher stat, and then the first one will recast again, and you get a lovely 50% bonus, which is actually the cap. So that's one thing. And then the last skill, the fourth ability, is Maim, and Maim is probably the most used skill on Equinox right now. Just because of the sheer killing power. It scales infinitely, and in low-level survivals, it'll pretty much just instantly kill everything. The slash damage has like a high fall-off, and the stagger is nice, but the damage at high-level missions from that proc effect is not what you want. What you want is the damage generated by your players and allies and yourself within the thing. It works really well with Syndicate proc weapons, especially. My favourite is the Vacal Hex. It's a Vacal Hex does damage, AoE blast, and restores health. And yeah, Maim will scale as long as you can kill. So if you're still able to kill level 200 enemies, it will scale to kill those level 200 enemies. So you're gonna have a blast if you like doing lots of missions to as far as you want to go. So if you want to do like a long survival, you can definitely do it with Equinox. And if you want to do a long defense, it's pretty good. So yeah, overall I really love Equinox, and it's one of the reasons Equinox is my main. I usually run Equinox at my best with the Vacal Heck, the Atomos, and the Mios. The Mios actually has radiation on for various uses most of the time. Mainly heavy gunners and bombards, but yeah, sometimes I'll use Helios, and sometimes I will be using my Queen Henri. So yeah, that's my favourite loadout right now, and I hope you found it interesting, or maybe different from most builds, because I know most Equinox builds use things like fleeting expertise and all that, and I'm hoping something like this will maybe change how you build your Equinox, maybe, because I really like this build a lot, and I hope if you end up playing it, you do too. So it's me, Zephyr. You have a good day.